There we go.
Can you hear
Hi.
me?
I sure can. Hi,
Awesome.
Selyka.
Hey.
It's good to see you. Finally, officially meet you. I mean, phone's one thing, right? But being actually
Yeah.
speak and see you, face to face. So, it's really good to officially meet you.
Yeah, same here. Thank you so much. It's such a blessing. And I just got so nervous and excited that you even asked me and invited me. So it's such a big deal to me. So thank you for this opportunity. I really do appreciate it.
Oh, well, thank you for coming on, and I know this is your first live, so and
Yes.
for all those that do follow Selyka, she's been competing for a while, but she's not big on the live social media things. So we're gonna take our time, and it's all good, all love, and the people that pop in, they just love the sport, they love and support.
Yes.
And when I went live, there were a lot that were saying how good you looked, and a lot
Oh,
were very supportive, and some that even really were rooting, really really rooting for you. So just
oh,
know that you have fans that do love you, and so I'm sure that they're going to be excited that you did this live.
yes.
So let's kick it off with, again, congratulations. You are a Masters 40 winner from the Atlanta Pro.
Yes.
How does that feel?
I'm still coming down from it. It was mind blowing. Yeah. The whole experience itself was wonderful. I couldn't ask for a better experience as my first pro show. From the check-ins, meeting Linda Murray and all the staff, to the female bodybuilder competitors were so warm and welcoming. You never know what you're going to walk into as a rookie. And when I tell you Mayla, Michaela, LaDon, Tamar, all of them, Wendy, they just, Dasanka, we just talked like we knew each other. They were so helpful.
Teresa Vancic just dropped in. I'm going to wave to her. I'm just trying to make sure
Okay.
I say hi to people as they pop in.
Yes,
So,
yes.
so go ahead.
But
So go ahead
yeah,
and
it
continue what you're
was, yeah,
saying.
it was amazing to be embraced like that. As somebody first coming in as your first pro show, everything is so new. You try not to look like a deer caught in headlights, but you
Right.
end up looking that way in
Right.
general because you've been operating as an amateur for so long. Things run differently as a pro. So just getting acclimated to that, and just for your nerves to be calmed down by those you're going to be standing next to on the stage was such a blessing. It really was.
Yeah, and you said it, it's important that, yeah, sure, we want to do our best. We all would love to win, right? We want to best
Yeah,
ourselves, right? But
yeah,
it's important that we could put that aside for a little moment and show one another some love, right? And I even
yeah,
shared with you when we spoke on the phone how important it was for me, my pro debut, that I had women like Donna Salib, ladies like that, right? That I still,
yeah,
I'm giving her a shout out now, Donna, I love you, right? But that stick with you because they
yeah,
showed you some love, some support, made you feel comfortable when you're
yeah,
already feeling all those nerves and all that. So that's
yeah,
really good that you were able to get that from Mela and Michaela, like all those names, right? I mean, um,
yeah,
I've been able to meet some of those ladies, and they are the real deal. So that's great. It's great.
yeah, yeah,
So let's go ahead and talk about that routine. I loved that routine. I know we spoke about it, so I mean, feel as free as you want, right? But
yeah,
I like talking about the posing routines and highlighting the ones that really stand out to me. And with my background in praise and worship, and I was able to see that right away. I'm like,
yeah,
oh, okay, there's
yeah,
something there. There's a little something there. And then also with the dance background, I noticed that you put a little extra into the piece than just hitting those moves and just kind of being robotic with it. So I just wanted to say it stood out to me. That's why I want to talk about it. and just,
Okay.
yeah, let just whatever I know what you shared with me, but whatever you feel comfortable with. Again, your fans just want
Okay.
they just want to hear the real, right? So go ahead,
Yes, yes,
right?
yes, yes. So, with me, I'm a Pisces, so everything has to like speak to me emotionally wise. Like I'm more creative brain. I used to dance in a holy hip hop group in my early 20s, Sisters in Christ, and it was more hip hop dance. I'm not like a modern contemporary, a liturgical dancer. That's my son. That's his wheelhouse. Um, but one thing for me when it comes to dancing, the song has to minister or speak to me. And that's the only way I can like emote it on stage. Um, and that song was actually given to me uh, before I turned pro.
Oh,
I'm
God, I
big on
didn't
my
know.
faith. Yes, I'm big on my faith. And so God told me, just praying and stuff. He's like, this is going to be your pro debut song. I haven't even turned pro yet. So I knew last year I wanted to do my pro debut to that particular song because I had been through so much. But God has sustained me and he's been good to me anyhow, no matter what has happened to me. And so that's why that song really stuck out to me. And anytime I get on stage, I always want my song that I use to have a message to inspire people, um, just to want to keep going in life in general. It doesn't necessarily have to be a fitness goal or anything like that, but just to hang on, hang in there, things will get better. But just to inspire people to want to do, just to keep living and to inspire other people. So all my songs are always going to be either fun or inspirational, but that particular piece I wanted to just give thanks to God for getting me to that pro stage because the backstory, which I really don't like to go into like the lows and stuff like that because everyone has obstacles, everyone has storms that come in their life. So mine are no different than anybody else's. Um, I like to tell people to don't focus on what you endured, but that you endured.
Mm,
Um,
that's powerful,
um, yes,
right?
focus on the fact that you endure it because that means you are strong. And then when the next challenge comes,
Hmm.
I've done this before. This may be a little bit more difficult or something different, but I've
Right.
done it so I
You
can
know
keep
there's
going.
the outcome on the other side, right?
Exactly,
Exactly.
exactly, exactly. So that's what that was. But the real backstory to what I when we talked on the phone, I was fine the whole way through from prejudging, backstage, having a good time with the ladies, the comparisons. Soon it was time for my song, and they announced my name. Severe cramps, muscle cramps went all over my body
Yes, yes, you told me that. Hmm.
from my toes to my hands, like literally everything started balling up and cramping. And I started praying to me like, please not now, please not now, please not now. So there are moments in the song where I'm looking up, and most people thought like I was not saying that I wasn't giving reference and stuff to God,
Right.
but I literally was praying, and there was a few times like I would wanted to cry because it was so painful and I was fighting through those cramps, and I didn't get a chance to stick certain poses that I wanted to.
Hmm.
There were a couple of times where, like when I went down to kneel down, my leg bobbled. It's because my leg cramped. I didn't get a chance to hit my uh, with my rear lat spread and stick it because everything was cramping. So literally, that whole song was a prayer, and the words was ministering to me, and I was just like, anyhow, let me keep pushing through
That was
this.
what was getting
Let
you
me,
through, right?
yes,
You
that
were
was what's
pushing
getting,
through the pain. Push through the pain. That's the message, everybody.
yes, yes, and it really at the end of it, I was so grateful and so thankful. And even like I know everybody saw it, like I almost had a wardrobe slip And
So yeah, you said
thank
you almost had a little
God.
nip,
Yes.
a little nip.
I was like, Lord, please.
Yes, not today.
Not today. Not on your watch. Not on your watch.
Not on your watch.
He
I've
wasn't
been
gonna
there.
let that
Matter of
happen.
fact, I didn't even tell you, girl. That happened to me. My first national show, right? So I did one regional, and
Uh-huh.
so then I hopped right into national, right? Like most people
Yeah.
want to do. So I didn't have much experience, and I had a suit malfunction,
Yeah.
and luckily the dance saved me, right? Because as I went down to do this little bicep pose and get down
Uh-huh.
on my knees, snap. So right at that moment, I was like, to that. And you see me, NPC. I'm gonna have to send you a photo, girl. I'm like, whoo, like you can see me. I was like, we are not having a nip. My mom and dad were there in the audience because I was
Oh
trying to
no.
get my yeah, there was the family was there. I was like, we were not doing this today. So I feel for you on that.
Yes.
But that's why it's important that we have suits that
Yes.
fit us right.
Yes. 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 Yes.
So I wanted to let you know you're not alone. I've been there, girl. And you're like, this is not how I want the judges to remember me either.
Right, right. And my son, my 24-year-old son was in the audience and said, no, he does not need to be traumatized. I think I've done that enough when he was little. I said, not as an adult, please, not now. So too much riding on this.
Right, exactly. So I want you to kind of walk me through the process going into the Atlanta Pro, how your prep was, and just kind of what your whole mindset was going into that show.
My whole mindset was I need to bring something better than what I did at nationals, where I won my pro card in December. So my coach Jeff, we got the plan together and we hit the ground running from nutrition, the training, which is you never get used to it.
I'm still
It
getting used
always
to it,
seems to
girl. I'm still figuring it out. Whoever says
it, it
they have it down, I'm like, no. It's you gotta keep because you want to keep evolving and growing.
exactly,
It's never ending.
exactly.
Hmm.
You never get used to it. I'm like, I'm not a punk. I've done powerlifting. I tell people, look,
Yeah,
I'm
that
new
you
to
did tell me that
bodybuilding.
powerlifting.
Yeah,
So
I'm
yeah,
new to
you already put it.
bodybuilding,
Yeah,
but I'm not new to fitness. I've been
right.
I've been in fitness for double-digit years.
Yeah,
So my background is in powerlifting, CrossFit. That's where the muscle density and maturity, all of that comes from.
yes.
So, but yeah, I just never get used to whatever he throws at me. I'm like, I come out crying all the time, or and but it was worth it. The diet, you know, at some point you go into neutral, and this is just what it is. This is just what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You do have those weekdays, especially when you start to get to the no carbs, depending on how long you're on no carbs.
Mm-hmm.
Um, just the brain fog, trying to adjust to that.
Mm-hmm.
But luckily, I have the strong. I call them my bodybuilding sisters. We're a tight knit group. It's only a certain amount of us that I can lean on during those times when I had those weak moments, when I felt like I couldn't
Hi,
make it.
Renee. I don't know if you've ever met Renee Marvin. She's a fellow
No, I
woman.
haven't.
That's my girl. You'll love her. Hi, Nay.
Okay.
Hopefully I don't know if she heard me, but I'm going to do a little wave at her. But anyway, so go ahead.
Yeah, during those weak moments, I can always call them, for them to help me get through. I think the most challenging part for me for this prep was the mental aspect. Um, First of all, you work so hard and so long, depending on when you get your pro card, just being in this amateur lane and chasing the pro card. And it's just like, once you get it, it's you starting all over, you know, and having to work your way
Yeah.
back up. So it's just like, wow, I've built myself all the way up to this point. It's like, now it's like, it's the professional level, so whole different ball game, starting over from um, the bottom, and you just don't know what to expect until you get to that first show. But yeah, the mental aspect was very challenging to me. Just saying that I'm enough, I can do this,
Right.
I belong here, I've done the work, you know, like just that over and over and over. And as long as I remember that I'm competing against my old self from my previous show and not per se the ladies that I'm standing next to,
Yep.
that helped me to stay focused on the right thing. Because I can only be the best version of Selyka. I can't be anybody else. So instead of chasing that comparison to other people, I was most definitely had my picture of nationals up, looked at it every day, looked at video footage of myself, what I need to help, you know, fix here and do that. And so that's what I focused on, prepping for Atlanta Pro. And yeah, I did come in better than nationals, but I already knew coming in what my weak points were and what I needed to work on, and the judges confirmed that. So I said I couldn't ask for any better pro debut. Coming
No, you
in
couldn't have.
and
I mean,
being and being able to
I have
stand
to
next to
say,
Mayla and Michaela, like that was mind blowing to me, to be able to stand up there with all those ladies that have been in the bodybuilding game for way longer than I have.
you
It
played
was fun.
well, you were well received, and that is something that we can all ask for. You know,
Yeah.
I always admire, you know, we can't be hard on ourselves, though it is hard, but sometimes I kind of look and I go, man, I wish I could have done my pro debut over again, right? When you see other people and you go, oh, okay, wow, they seem to have got it right. So, you know, I like to hold myself accountable into the paint as well. So, you know, I want to
Yeah.
say that in your pro debut, you know, you are going to inspire others. Just even though obviously you want to aim for the stars and the moon, but I mean, for me, I'm like, man, I wish that I could have done, you know, better my pro debut, and you did very, very well. So again, top
Oh,
three,
thank you.
you know, and to also not have that much experience under your belt competing in the bodybuilding arena, that is also something to be said. And
Yeah.
you have a few people that are listening, and they love what you're saying. Great advice.
Oh,
That's a big takeaway, right? That you said you're competing against yourself, and as remedial as it may sound at the pro level, that's something that we still need to remind ourselves of. It's about us besting our best version of self. That is
yes.
at the end of the day. How can
Yeah.
I beat myself and be a better
Self.
version of myself? And that also makes it easier so that you can coexist in this space with other people,
Yes.
you know? Because
Yes.
again, yes, competition, sure, but really it's cliche, it's out there, it's you versus you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And to me,
But
that's
it, but
the
it,
best part, right?
yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it's just a dance that you get to do with yourself. You're not dancing with
Yeah.
anybody else, right? You're not dancing around
Yeah.
anybody else. It's just that dance that you get to do with yourself.
It's yourself. Yeah. And it keeps you grounded. It really does. Well, it does for me. It keeps me grounded, because anyone that's a competitor in the sport know that this is a mental thing. All of it's mental, from nutrition to working out. Everything is mental. And then once you start getting into that comparison
Right.
game with other people, it really can throw you off. Some people, it helps them. They feed off of that. Whatever helps you. But I know for me, that doesn't help me.
Mm-hmm.
Because I always want to continue evolving and getting
Yeah.
better, not just as a competitor, but just as a person in general. So just always doing that introspective work, looking at myself. What didn't I do at 100%? What did I do? What could I've done better? What did I do too much of? That always helps me to just keep it focused on me so that I can bring the best to those that I'm in front of.
Now, what does bodybuilding mean to you, and what is your mission? Along with, I know it's going to be aligned with what we're talking about, and that's why
Yeah.
it led me to my next question, right? Because of you continuously saying that you want what you present to be impactful. You want what you bring to the stage to be a message.
Yes.
So,
Yes. And
so,
that's what it is for me. I used to be a youth minister, teen youth minister, went to seminary for a little bit, then finished. Um, but I find my purpose to be my motivator in life in general, regardless of where I work, whoever I'm in front of. That's what gives me life, and to inspire others, and to any chance I get to be able to share God's love and shine His light. Like I feel like I'm about to cry now. It's amazing to be able to be in that position to do that, because who am I? I'm a flawed human being. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes, but still to be able to be used to help inspire others, to share love to others, it's an immense feeling. And I feel so honored to be able to do that, even in the arena of bodybuilding. Um, Bodybuilding itself helped me to find me again. I'm very goal oriented. So powerlifting was a thing that I love. I still haven't got a chance to professionally compete. That's something later on I want to do. But when I got into that, that helped me to find my strength. Like, I didn't know how strong I was. I'm pretty strong. And so to be able to find this, and I'm little, so I'm 5'2", everyone. I used to be 5'3" way back in the day. I'm 44. So somewhere I lost an inch. So
yeah, I feel like
I'm
that happens,
little.
right? The older we get.
So to be a short person and to be able to deadlift 405 pounds and squat over 300, like you feel powerful. And just as a shy, introverted, overweight little girl, not feeling accepted in the world, being called fat or bullied at times, to be able to find that strength and confidence in yourself. That's what sports did for me. That's what basketball did for me as my first sport. It helped me to find my voice and my strength. So with bodybuilding, like I said, I had got overweight just from life situations starting in 2016, toxic relationship, dealing with, karma, stuff that I've done, bad decisions that I made. And it was just coming back on me. And I, started drinking a lot, bad habits, and it took a toll on my body. And God gave me a wake-up call. And when I woke up, I was over 220 pounds, body fat over, 36%. And I was like, this is not me. I miss Selyka. And I've always wanted to do bodybuilding when I was like, probably starting in my mid-30s.
Mm-hmm.
I fell in love with Danielle Bailey. I was like, oh my gosh, I want to do that. I've always followed bodybuilding. I'm a huge fan of Vicky Gates, Linda Murray, Iris Kyle, all those ladies, all of them. Always big fan. So I've always wanted to do it. I attempted 3 times over the course of in my 30s. It never worked out. But it was something about 2019 when I saw my first team in the gym. I never went to that gym. I rarely went to that gym, and I saw them working out, and I was like, this is it. And I reached out to the coach, and it, boom,
Right.
it just started right there. And it was just the right time. It was just the right time. So for me, for bodybuilding, I want to inspire most definitely people, but women in particular. I have a heart, even for now with our full-time personal training, I have a heart after training women, because we take care of so many people.
Right. You were saying
And
we're giving all the
we,
time, whether like you in the capacity of motherhood or just even
yes,
self-teaching, coaching. When you're reaching and teaching, you're giving.
exactly. You're pouring into
You're
others, and
pouring into
sometimes we
others.
pour so much, we
Hmm.
end up losing who we are and our identity.
Yes.
And we've let things go, our aspirations, our goals, things we wanted to do. And I just want to inspire. It doesn't matter. It's never too late. You're never too old.
Oh no, not
Um,
for.
and
No, this is an age thing.
then,
If you take your time and you do it right, you can age like
exactly,
fine wine.
exactly. And that's one thing I told my first coach. I said, I'm not in a rush to get to the stage. I don't care how long it takes me. I just know when I get on the stage, I want
Yes.
to look phenomenal.
Right.
And so
And
it took
feel your
yeah,
best. That's
yes.
what we
And
all aspire to feel and look our best.
yeah.
Yes.
And it took 2 years. So I started 2019. So 2021 is when I did my first show, and I won.
Yeah.
So it's all about taking your time. It really is. But that's what I want to do with bodybuilding. I just want to encourage and inspire people. Not necessarily you don't have to do bodybuilding, but to just know that you're worth it, and to invest in yourself and remember your goals and dreams, and to pick it back up if you put it down, and that you can do it.
Yeah.
That's what I want to use bodybuilding for.
And that's amazing. I feel as though bodybuilding, we're all the beginning or the origin of why we get into it. It's all, I don't want to say it's universal, but it seems to be that we all come to this sport, or we all come to this lifestyle because we needed something, right? We needed that. It's like
Yes.
everybody, turns to God when we need our spirituality tank filled up, right? I feel that because of all the things that bodybuilding at its core, at the essence of what bodybuilding, building your body, taking yourself from one point to the next,
Mm,
right? What it
yeah.
does for you, right? I feel that when we come to it, we all come for that same reason. And it
Yeah.
usually seems to be in the form of we want to do better. We
Yeah.
need better. We got to do
Yeah.
better, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I love that. I think to me, that's one of the main reasons, aside from the fact that, yes, we all struggle together. That's one of the main reasons why I love connecting with other female bodybuilders, because we're all the same, whether you're at the
Yeah.
top or you're just starting
Hmm.
out, because
Yeah.
your initial why, right?
Yeah.
It's all the same. It's all the same.
Yeah.
And if we can never lose sight of that, right, as we're going about this journey, and we can continue to deposit that within one another as we're all going forward, how powerful we'll be.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
It just fires me up. I
Exactly.
don't know. Sometimes I just
Yeah.
get fired. If you get to know me, sometimes I'll just kind of get these little downloads. I call them, boop, and just be like, so don't mind me, but I felt like I had to go there after,
Yeah, that's just true though. I was just talking with one of my clients right before we got on, like, what is your why? You have to remember why you're doing what you're doing, because you're not always going to feel like doing, but your why will drive you past that feeling to
yeah,
keep going,
yeah,
because you need consistency in order for anything to change. And we can't rely on our feelings, because our feelings are fickle. But when we have that solid foundation in knowing why I'm doing this,
right.
and that if I continue, it's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be worth it because my why is worth it.
Because your
Yeah,
why supersedes everything. It supersedes
everything.
the
Yes,
ups, the downs, the in-betweens. It's consistent.
yes,
And
exactly,
that's what I've had to
exactly.
do this off season is revisit my why. And that
Yeah,
is why my why may not make sense or even be understood to other people,
people.
considering the decisions that I made for myself this
Yeah,
season. But
yeah.
at the end of the day, this is my why.
Your why, exactly,
My why. And
exactly.
and I don't know if this is too much, too bold, but 9 times out of 10, I'd have to say, or maybe 99.9%, the why that's deposited in us is from.
I
It's
know it
bigger
is
than
for me.
it's bigger. It's bigger. It could be big.
Yes.
And it could be even separate from just that, right? It could
Yeah.
be whatever you feel led, whatever
Hmm.
self feels led to do, right? So
Right.
whatever people
Right.
want to identify, the God that is, the God that be within, whatever that is what gives you your why.
Wow. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you holding on to that why wherever it came from,
Yeah.
that you can't go wrong.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can't go wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
So
good.
where is Miss Selyka planning on going next? It doesn't have to be a literal destination now. We don't have to give the actual stops or stop or detours or we don't have to do it.
uh,
It could
she's
just
coming.
be
She's
where you
coming to a stage near you.
okay. She is coming to a stage near you, folks.
um, I'm just trying right now. Like I'm still training, still pushing.
Mhm.
um, with certain goals in mind. So I'm looking at Tampa.
Okay.
So that's in next week.
Yes,
So
coming up.
we'll see. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the improvements. Um, being made. But I'm just excited. Like after Atlanta Pro, like I said, I just feel so good and overwhelmed and you know, like I belong, and I'm so grateful for all of those ladies for helping me to feel that way, and for Linda Murray's the sweetest.
Really.
So I'm very great. I had to tell her thank you so much for bringing this to Atlanta. I remember when last year when she had it, when Andrea Shaw was there. I got a chance to take a picture with her. I love her. She's so awesome.
Yes.
But I remember talking to my bodybuilding sister, Andrea. Me and her both got our pro card in nationals in December. But we both were talking up in July. Like,
Mhm.
man, this would be nice if this was our pro debut. Neither one of us had a pro card. I was like, yeah, I want this to be my pro debut show. I really do. This would be a great opportunity for my family to actually see me live, to do that. So only God knew that that was going to be the plan, and it was such a blessing to see that come to fruition. Um, the next following year. So I
Yeah.
will forever be grateful to Linda Murray for having Atlanta Pro, bringing that show here to my hometown.
Yes. Decatur, Georgia.
Yes.
And that's cool too. You got to win masters. Have give your city. Give your state. Some love and all of that.
Yes, Georgia MPC. Come on now.
Well, Georgia may or may not be coming to a stage near you soon. That's where we're leaving it off with. Now, I do have one last question. Whether
Yes.
or not you grace the stage soon or not, what's in store for the fans with your presentation? Are you planning on bringing something new and different, or are you thinking of bringing the same piece?
I'm still thinking about it. Like I said, I have to be Oh my gosh, I have to be moved. So,
Yeah.
and then, like I told you before, I'm very shy and introverted. And so if I feel comfortable with just going with what I've already been practicing, I'll do that,
Mhm.
and, you know, whatever flows, flows.
Yes.
Preferably no cramps happen this time,
Yes. I'm standing with
so I
you.
can
No cramp.
so I can perform it the way it should be
Yes.
performed.
Yeah, nothing like a cramp-free posing routine.
Right,
I feel
right, right.
that. Yes.
Yeah, so but yeah, I'm excited to be here.
But
You worked so hard, and to finally be at a place that you were looking at people you've been, looking up to, and they're talking to you now. It's like, wow, 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 wow. It's so awesome, to just be a part of this thing. And I
yeah,
really hope, I can be an ambassador, regardless if there's an ambassador program or not, to promote women, bodybuilding. We need more competitors, um, to help continue to grow the sport.
yes.
So, anything that I can do to help, push that, promote it. I'm here. I want to do it, because the more the merrier. We need to increase our sisterhood,
We do.
So yeah,
But this is how it starts, right? Us having these
yeah,
conversations together, coming together, breaking bread
yeah,
together,
exactly,
sharing
exactly.
sharing love for one another and supporting one another. And again, it carries on and off the stage. It really does.
Yes,
And
yes,
so,
yes.
whoever's
And this
watching,
is my home. This is my home. I never went to any category. This is the only category I've ever been in. So I only know bodybuilding. I thought about physique for a second, but I went to, I think it was a bodybuilding posing clinic
Mhm.
at Jag Fitness. It was a couple of years ago, and Monique Hayes, she looked at me and she said, "Girl, you're crazy." She said, "You're gonna kill yourself trying to get down to physique level. You have a lot of mass." She said, "You're a bodybuilder." And so when she said those words to me, I was like, "Okay, let me let these fingers down and let me close them."
Right?
And so, and my posing coach, Alex Hall, she was so grateful that I closed my fist, because she just like, "You have no fingers. Your fingers are too short for physique."
Oh, that's wrong. Okay, you are not judged on your finger length now. Okay.
We have a running joke about that. So
You
she's
trying
so
to stop
happy that
saying you have
now,
nubs, Selyka?
yes, she said I have CeeLo hands. She said I have CeeLo hands.
Like
So,
CeeLo Green?
yes.
Oh no, that's a lie. That is a lie. Do not claim that. That's hilarious.
I let her have it. I let her have it. So I
If
said,
anybody
yes, I'm better
remembers
with
CeeLo
CrossFit.
Green, Crazy Gnarls Barkley, that is not Selyka now. That is not. Let's not talk about the hands. Okay.
The nails help. The nails help elongate the face.
That's hilarious. I'm sorry. That's too funny. But that's true, about the bodybuilding being your true space, your true home. And
Yeah.
I did start, most know my story. I mean, I did two shows in physique, but I did take the overall at North Americans in women's bodybuilding. I was like heavy girl.
Oh,
2019.
yes. Yes.
So I too am not new to this. I'm true to this, and I'm sticking to my vision and taking my time. Cooking.
Good.
But this is what I live and I breathe women's bodybuilding, because I believe that we were the show, we are the show, and we need to continue to be the show.
Yes. Yes.
that's that's that's
Yes.
that's pretty much all I can say. And I feel like that just speaks for itself. And so
Yes.
if more women just continue to believe that they are the show and that they can bring the show, let's go.
Yes.
Let's go.
Yes.
Let's link up. Let's go.
Yes.
You know, and there's a
Yes.
way that we can do it, in a way that we can empower one another. And again, the more we show up and we look good, the more pressure we put.
Yeah.
There's power in
Yeah.
numbers.
It
Really.
is.
It truly
Yeah.
is. So
Yeah.
I'm right
Yeah.
there with you, girl. And I just want to
Yeah.
say shout out to the fans. Thank you for everybody who's been popping in and out. I know, during the week and, not very much notice. So I have been kind of looking and scanning the comments, and, we appreciate you. We
Yes.
say that, those that took the time. We've got people from Costa Rica. There was a couple other countries that popped in and out. And a few people, they commented saying how much they love what you had to say. They love your energy.
Good.
And
Good.
so, again, people are feeling Miss Selyka. They're loving it. And, we're all unique. And I think that that's why it's important to get us on here or get us out
Yeah.
there, right? So that
Yeah.
everybody knows that, sure, yeah, we may all be, women with a whole lot of muscle, but we
Muscle,
are
right.
all different.
Different.
We all have something
Yes.
different and unique to bring to the table.
Yes. There's more to us than muscles.
Exactly.
We're human too. We're human too. So
Exactly.
yes.
That's
So
why I started these lives, and why the Bodybuilding News Network was started by my colleague Josh, and him bringing me on. My vision is that, again, we just have another a voice and seat at the table. All muscle is beautiful,
yes.
but I'm just speaking for us big ladies. I want to see us show up and show out.
Yes. 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 Yes.
I just want to say thank you again, Selyka, for your time, for your
Yes.
energy, and for your realness, your authenticity.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Such a blessing for this opportunity. Hopefully it won't be your last, and we see each other a little bit more. Now that I've broken the ice, to feel a little bit more comfortable,
Yes. So again,
Thank you so much.
you're welcome, Selyka, and thank you everybody for tuning in, and we look forward to all the comments, and please, go follow Selyka, show her some love. So this is another episode of the live call outs with Danielle Willis and with Selyka Givan. So thank you, everyone. Be good to yourself. Bye.